Hi, I'm Rich Funky, candidate for state senate in the 55th district. I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. And I hope you took the time to honor the working men and women who have made this country the greatest nation on earth. I want to take a moment today to talk about putting a little more money in our pockets. I want to talk about tax caps and star rebate checks and unfunded mandates, in other words, tax relief. According to the Tax Foundation, Monroe County homeowners pay the third highest property taxes in the nation as a percentage of the value of their homes. Ontario County ranks 30th. That's the kind of financial pressure that forces families and seniors to consider packing up and moving to other states. So what can we do to put more money in the pockets of homeowners? Well, one thing we can do is restore the star rebate checks that were cut in 2009 when the New York City Democrats seized the majority in the state Senate. Those star rebate checks average $450 for each homeowner. Look, that's not going to change your lifestyle, I know that, but it is one step we can take, and it's better in your pocket than Albany's. Taxes are too high because for too long we've spent too much. And Albany has played the largest role in that by passing unfunded mandates along to local governments. Look, we've had enough commissions and enough studies to look into this. To me, if Albany imposes a mandate, Albany should have the money to pay for it, period. Real mandate relief would help lower property taxes. Those are two ways now to build on New York's important 2% property tax cap, which I fully support. I want to make that clear. I fully support the 2% property tax cap because my opponent is going around saying something else. Only he knows how he came up with that conclusion. Now, I did compare the tax cap and the gap elimination adjustment in a prior video, saying the first had put a squeeze on local governments and the GEA had done the same thing to schools. That's just a fact. But I support the property tax cap. I do not support the GEA, something that was also concocted by New York City politicians. And here's another fact. Instead of voting to eliminate the GEA altogether, my opponent voted on two separate occasions to approve over $58 million in cuts to schools in our district. And the tax cap? He's the one who's received money from special interest groups actively working to eliminate it. I'm just saying. Look, whether you own your home in our great city, one of our picturesque small towns, or one of our great suburbs, we all want lower taxes and we all have common goals so that hardworking families, seniors, and young New Yorkers can make ends meet and build a future here. I can't wait to get to work to bring all sides together in a bipartisan way to try to turn those hopes and dreams into reality. To support our campaign financially or to volunteer, please call 348-9478. Thanks and God bless. I hope to meet you soon.